What is going on, everybody? My name is Keenan Costain, and welcome back to another episode of Hornets Recaps. And on today's episode, we'll be discussing the Charlotte Hornets' victory over the Chicago Bulls, 131-99. And without further ado, let's go over the box score and stats throughout this game. All right, so let's take a look at the box score for the Charlotte Hornets that happened yesterday night, which is Tuesday, February 24th, 2026. Brandon Miller once again leading the way with 23 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 9 for 16 from the field, 5 for 7 from 3. LaMelo Ball with 16 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists, 6 for 16 from the field, 4 for 12 from 3. And shout out to once again Josh Green with 11 points, 4 rebounds, 4 for 6 from the field, 3 for 5 from 3. For the Chicago Bulls, Matas Buzelis leads the way with 32 points, with 7 rebounds, 2 assists. For the Chicago Bulls, Matas Buzelis leads the way with 32 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists, with 13 for 19 from the field, 6 for 11 from 3. You also have Patrick Williams with 11 points, 4 for 6 from the field, 3 for 5 from 3. And you also had Colin Sexton with 10 points, 4 for 9 from the field, 2 for 5 from 3. The team stats from this game that took place last night: Chicago Bulls 42.7% from the field to the Charlotte Hornets 51.6%, so Charlotte winning the field goal percentage, and Hornets also winning the 3-point percentage 43.9% to the Chicago Bulls 40%, with 25 made threes for Charlotte, 16 made for Chicago, and the free throw percentage being won by Charlotte, only shooting 8 for 9 from the free throw line to Chicago's 13 for 15. The total rebounds, not even close. Once again, 46-33 for Charlotte, winning that category, and 14 offensive to the Chicago's non-offensive, and the defensive rebounds 32-24, Charlotte winning that one. The assist category 31-18, Charlotte winning that category. Block shots 8-1, so not even close there. 13-9 for the steals category, Charlotte winning the steals category for that one. And the most amount of turnovers in this game was committed by Chicago with 19 to the Charlotte Hornets 16. So Charlotte committing the fewest turnovers, which has been quite some time that Chicago, or rather Charlotte, I should say, winning that category in fewest turnovers in this contest. The points off turnovers 29-13, Charlotte winning that one. Points in the paint 26-14, Charlotte winning that category. Points in the paint 42-36, Charlotte. 1.28 for the Charlotte Hornets. Points per possession to 0.98 for Chicago. The personal fouls, the most personal fouls in this game was 14 to the Chicago Bulls 12. And the largest lead for Chicago was only a 9-point lead to the Charlotte Hornets 38. My Hornets player of the game goes to Con Knipple with 21 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 7 for 12 from 3, and 3 for 6 from the 3-point line. With Con Knipple, he has reached the 200 3-pointers made mark, which is the fastest by a NBA rookie, and has only done it in 58 games. And the rookie season record is held by Keegan Murray, that played on the Sacramento Kings with 206. So as it stands, he has 201 made 3-point shots. So Con Knipple only 5 points, or 5 3-pointers away rather, tying that rookie record that Keegan Murray still holds as of this recording. So Con Knipple doing so many great things on the offensive end and getting to the basket and creating shots for himself like he's been doing all season long. So Con Knipple, my Hornets player of the game. Before I go on to my thoughts of this game that took place last night, Con Knipple had a great sequence where he made a floater layup and was able to come on down after 2 missed shots by Chicago, draining 2 3-point shots in a row in the span of 42 seconds. So he was able to get 8 points and 42 seconds, or was it 10 points and 42 seconds? It was one of those two. So once again, Keenan, my Hornets player of the game. So one of my thoughts during this game against Chicago, I thought it was a outstanding road victory, and it turned out to be a close first half with the Chicago Bulls hanging in there and making their strides in the first half, having a largest lead of the contest, being 9 points in the first half. Throughout the first quarter, it turned out to be a tie ball game with 31 apiece, and the Charlotte Hornets were able to make a 1 point lead at the half. And when it came to the third quarter, once again, it was a 42-16 win in that quarter by Charlotte, not looking back, and the Hornets have been on fire over the last few games with that Washington third quarter and that Chicago Bulls third quarter being a big one for the Charlotte Hornets, and they were able to rest LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, Keenan, Miles Bridges, and Moussa Diabate in the fourth quarter, which we'll get to more in a minute with the starting lineup for the Chicago Bulls game. It was a 42-16 third quarter by Charlotte on the road. It's an outstanding response after the first half turned out to be, and the Hornets were able to turn on the Jets and basically never look back. In this game, Coby White made his Hornets debut against his former team, the Chicago Bulls, and his stat line was 10 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 from 9 from the field, 2 for 4 from the 3-point line. And what a great presence to have on the Charlotte Hornets. Glad he was able to figure it out with the calf strain injury that he's been dealing with since the trade deadline emerged, since he became a Charlotte Hornet. And it was nice to see Coby White taking over while LaMelo Ball was resting on the bench, and a solid role player and a solid starting player as well. So if LaMelo Ball ever gets hurt, so knock on wood, that LaMelo Ball does not get hurt during this stretch of games coming up, Coby White would be a good substitution for LaMelo Ball's absence. If he is needed to play in the starting role, Coby White can deliver. Now, with Coby White, he dealt with some turnovers. Other than that, he did Coby White things that we've seen him do as a Chicago Bull. So Coby White, once again, making a huge contribution off the bench with 10 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 for 9 from the field, 2 for 4 from the 3-point line. Now, as you can see on the title of the thumbnail of this video, the band is back together, which meaning the starting five of LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, Keenan, and Miles Bridges, Moussa Diabate, all back in the starting lineup. Miles Bridges and Moussa Diabate was able to return after their 4-game suspension from the Detroit Pistons game, and it's been a while since the Miles and Moussa Diabate suspension has taken place. We have the All-Star break in effect, so it's been since February 9th since the Detroit Pistons game. So I would say a little over 2 weeks they've been out of the lineup because of the All-Star break festivities that took place during that time. So it was great to see Miles Bridges doing his thing as well, and he was able to contribute. And Moussa Diabate having the big man that we need, and grabbing the offensive rebounds and doing the little things as well. So it's great to have Miles and Moussa back on the team. The M&M brothers, as Joe Curry said on the telecast last night, or Eric Collins said it rather. So Eric Collins with the call on the M&M brothers, Miles Bridges and Moussa Diabate. So the starting five has now a record of 16-2 on the season, and we will see what happens with the upcoming games here coming up very, very soon. Real quick, I want to mention Miles Bridges' stat lines because I forgot during the last segment. So Miles Bridges had 16 points on 4 for 7 from 3, 6 for 11 from the field, with 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block shot. And Musa Diabate's stats of yesterday went 4 for 4 from the field with 9 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 steals and or 3 steals and 3 block shots, excuse me. And Miles or Musa Diabate playing a huge factor in this game as well, doing all the little things like I mentioned earlier during the last segment. So Musa Diabate, Miles Bridges was definitely missed during this time, and let's see what happens going forward. So that'll do it for another episode of Hornets Recaps. Again, my name is Keenan Costain, and if you like what you see, feel free to give it a like, subscribe down below for more, and the next game will be the Indiana Pacers game on Thursday, which will be another road game on Thursday, February 26th. The game 3 of a 3-game road trip, so the final game of this road trip will be taking place tomorrow at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time against the Indiana Pacers on the road. We will see if the Hornets can make it 3 in a row and 9 in a row on the road, which is a franchise record currently held right now with 8 wins in a row, which is a franchise record for the team. So let's see if the Hornets can make it 9 in a row tomorrow. And until next time, have a good one, folks. See ya. Bye.